Hello student, welcome to standard 10th history. We were studying chapter 4th of history. The title is History of India Arts Part 4. In the previous lecture we have studied classical style of painting and we have also seen miniature painting in manuscript. Now in this part we are going to study Western style of painting. In the British period, Indian artists came under the influence of European style of painting. An art school was established under the leadership of James Wells, a Scottish artist, in the time of Savai Madhavrao Peshwe in Shaniwarwada in Pune. So, for the first time in Indian history, a school was established, art school was established at Shaniwarwada, and from this he had done, that is, the James Wells had done a portrait of Savai Madhavrao and Nana Fadnavis. So you can see the portrait over here. So very well it is been depicted. The Peshwa is sitting on the throne, and then besides that Nana Fadnavis is also shown. Then the soldiers are there to take care of them. So in this way you can see the throne over there, the sword, the turban on his head, and the soldiers are well dressed. One soldier and the other one is a servant who has a fan in his hand. So in this way the James Well had drawn a portrait of Savai Madhavrao and Nana Fadnavis. Then Gangaram Tambat, a Marathi artist who worked with Wells, deserve a special mention here. So why Gangaram Tambat is deserving a special mention here is because he had done a beautiful art drawing of the caves. That is, he had made drawing of rock cut caves at Verul and Karli. So Verul is also considered as Ellora, and Karli, Bhaje Karli. Verul is at Aurangabad. I think it is more or less 80 or 100 kilometers away from there, and Karli and Bhaje is on the way from Pune to Mumbai, Lonavala, Khandala. There somewhere Karli and Bhaje caves are located. So these rock cut caves are being drawn by Tambat, Gangaram Tambat, and therefore he under the patronage of Sir Wells, James Wells, and therefore he should be remembered, and a special mention is given here. Some of his drawings are preserved in the Yale Center of British Art of Yale University. So Yale University in Britain is there, and these rock cut paintings of Gangaram Tambat is preserved in Yale University over there. Exact portrayal of the object of the painting is the characteristics of European style. So exactly what is given, that has to be exactly painted. A number of renowned artists were trained in the JJ School of Art and Industry. So JJ School of Art is located near Mumbai, CST station, close to CST station, and from here many scholars who passed out have done a great work. This JJ School of Art, Art School of Art and Industry was established in 1857. 1857 Common Era, that is, we remember the 1857 revolt. During that time only this JJ School of Art was established in Mumbai. So this was established in 1857 Common Era, offering courses in European styles of painting. So these schools were offering courses on European art, European style of painting. Pestonji Beaumonji, an alumni of this school, made a replicas of Ajanta painting. So a student, ex-student of the school, Pestonji Beaumonji, made a replica. Replica means similar, exactly like that, of Ajanta painting. So Ajanta has so many painting. For example, Kailash temple onwards, then sleeping Buddha, smiling Buddha, and so many caves are there depicting different postures and shapes and different bhavas of the expressions of the statues. So these were drawn by Pestonji Beaumonji, and then these drawings were preserved. So here this drawing is mentioned because he has done similar replica, means the more or less the same type what we see, we can see on in the art. So in this way the Western style we have seen, and in the Western style the replicas also we have seen, that is done by Pestonji Beaumonji. Ajanta painting was done by him. So let us move on to the next topic, that is sculptural art. Now sculptural art is the art, we immediately remember the rocks, and then rocks are carved, and then the sculptures are made. The good example of that is the Kailash temple at Ajanta. Yeah, from top they have started carving till the bottom, and so very beautifully it is carved in proportion. Yeah, so even the foreign engineers and the artists, they see how so very well these people at that time had developed the art of sculpting, the art of drawing, the art of carving. So let us see the sculptural art. Sculptures are three-dimensional, such as images, statues, pots, and objects with artistic establishment. So here the statues, images, pots are carved out, and then with artistic establishment, beautifully carved out. For creating sculptures, either rock or metal or clay is being used. So three different things are there: either rock, then metals, or clay is used. Three things, not together, they are separate. Rock sculptures are made by carving, so it requires several tools to carve and it takes quite a long time. Unnecessary material is taken out from the rock and the beautiful carvings, the beautiful statues remain. So that is rock sculpture. Then metal sculptures are made with the help of molds. So there are molds, metal is being melted, and then this melted material, melted metals are put in the molds, and when the material gets cooled down, then then it is taken out from that mold, and the statue we can see of the metals. And clay sculptures are formed either directly with the hands or by using molds. So molds are also used. By using mold it becomes easy, but with the hand then we have to give a shape, and therefore the hand has to be accurate. The entire temple of Kailas at Verul is a unique monolithic sculpture which is carved out of a single rock. So a mountain was selected for this work, and then this whole mountain was selected and the Kailas temple was carved out. How many artists were working there? From top they started their work of with the chisel and hammer, and I don't know what instruments they had. Then the unnecessary material was thrown out. At that time they didn't have JCBs and no facilities like we have today, and so many workers and so many artists were working there, and quite a many years it would have taken to carve out this beautiful a masterpiece, that is Kailas temple at Verul was done. And the next one is the lion capital of the Ashokan pillar found at Sarnath is the national emblem of India. So we can see Ashokan's pillar over here is the national emblem of our nation. Yeah, 4 lions. So it is said that Ashoka used to like lions, and he was like a lion. Then you could also see the elephants at the bottom here, and then the Ashok chakra at the center, the horses. So lion, elephant and horses have lot of strength, my dear student, and it depicts the Samrat Ashoka. He also has lot of strength and power, and also the knowledge, and he ruled wisely. Therefore this Ashok Stamba was depicted by him, and there were quite many different stambas and stupas which were depicted by Samrat Ashoka, the King Ashoka. One more thing which he had done this in his mind was to spread the Buddhism in the nation. So Samrat Ashoka did. From this point of view, he erected several pillars, then stupas, and so on. So that's all, my dear student, in this lecture. In this lecture we have seen the classical style of art. Then we have seen also the miniature painting in manuscripts, that is, I have given you the example of Mughal emperor, and it was blend of Indian and Persian style. Then we have seen Gangaram Tambat's painting, how he had done under the patronage of uh, under the training of James Wells, and then these was kept in Yale University. Then we have seen the next topic, that is sculptural art, and we have also seen it is sculptural art is of three-dimensional. Then we have seen that sculptures are done on rocks, metal or clay, and we have seen the tradition how the Lord Ganesha's images are done, then Lord Goddess Gauri's, and also the bull figures are being done with the clay. So here rock paintings is done at Kailas temple at Verur. Kailas temple is the masterpiece which was carved out of one mountain. From top they have started carving out. The unnecessary material was thrown out. At that time they didn't have machines, so everything was done by the hand. No JCBs were there and unnecessary materials. First they did the top of the temple, that is Kalash, Adi Kalash, Magpaya. In this way this carving was done of single rock, and that is a masterpiece. Then Lord Ashoka, Samrat Ashoka also erected quite a many pillars at Sarnath. In this way the sculptural art was done during the ancient time. Now we are going to study in the next folk style of sculptural art and classical style of cultural art. Till then, goodbye, have a nice time, read the text and enjoy. Thank you for patience hearing.